Hanks Academy welcome you to the revised 2025 KJSEA Timetable and instructions from the Kenya National Examinations Council. The revised 2025 Kenya Junior School Education Assessment KJSEA Timetable and instructions. Instructions and schedule of papers for the 2025 KJSEA. All first session assessment papers will start at 8:30 a.m. The time allowed for each paper is indicated against the name of the paper and no extra time is to be allowed. In case of any discrepancy, the time stated on the question paper should be taken as the correct one. Time for reading through questions is part of the time shown on the question paper except where special paper instructions indicate otherwise. Loudspeaker Kenya, it's official. The 2025 Kenya Junior School Education Assessment KJSEA is here, and KNEC has gone above and beyond to make sure our learners shine. Hello candidates, teachers, and parents. Today we bring you the highly anticipated KJSEA 2025 exam schedule. This is more than just a timetable, it's a roadmap of how KNEC has carefully organized, structured, and thought through every detail to make sure candidates feel supported, empowered, and ready. The exams run from October 24th, Rehearsal Day, to November 3rd, 2025. English language kicks things off on Monday, October 27th, followed by mathematics on Tuesday, Kiswahili and sign language on Wednesday, integrated science and pre-technical studies on Thursday, creative arts and sports on Friday, and finally social studies and religious education subjects on Monday, November 3rd. Each paper has clearly defined durations, ranging from 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours 30 minutes, with fair adjustments for candidates using Braille, large print, and sign language. Breaks are thoughtfully scheduled to ensure candidates get time to rest and reset. What makes this year's KJSEA truly outstanding is how candidate-focused it is. Inclusive options for hearing impaired, visually impaired, and special needs candidates. Extended time allowances and alternative formats to level the playing field. Smooth scheduling that avoids fatigue by balancing core subjects with creative ones. This proves that KNEC is not just conducting exams, but building a system of fairness, care, and confidence for every child. Dear candidates, remember, this timetable is not a source of fear, but a tool for preparation. Organize your study plan according to these dates. Revise steadily, rest enough, then trust your teachers and parents who are walking this journey with you. Believe in yourself, KNEC believes in you. Let's make this KJSEA season a story of success, dignity, and national pride. Parents, teachers, churches, bloggers, and media houses, please share this information widely. Let every grade 9 candidate, in both public and private schools, know that their exams are set, organized, and their future is bright. Together, we are raising a generation of confident, resilient, and brilliant young Kenyans. Instructions and guidelines to teachers, candidates, center managers, supervisors, and invigilators. Instructions to teachers. Teachers are advised to ensure that the candidates read these instructions and guidelines carefully and adhere to them. The candidates should be made aware of the penalties for examination irregularities or misconduct. Instructions to candidates. One. Avail yourself for searching outside the assessment room and be seated at your desk/table 15 minutes before the time scheduled for the paper. Morning sessions will start at 8:30 a.m. followed by the second session as indicated on the timetable. Two. A candidate who arrives late will be required to give a satisfactory reason to the supervisor. Only in exceptional circumstances will a paper be given to any candidate who is more than half an hour late. Absolute punctuality is essential for all papers. Three. Check to ensure that each page of your question paper is printed. Ensure that your name and assessment number have been written correctly on the question paper/answer script, sign and write the date of the assessment on the answer booklet. Four. If the questions indicate that a map or other material should have been provided, and they are not, inform the supervisor at once. 5. Attend carefully to any general instructions that may be given on the first page of a paper, e.g. instructions limiting the number of questions that should be answered. Six. Write on both sides of the paper, but do not use the margins. Begin the answer to each separate part of a question on a fresh line. 7. Write the number of the question clearly in the left-hand margin at the beginning of each answer. Do not copy the question. Be careful to use the same system of numbering as appears in the question paper. Leave a blank line after the answer to each question. 8. Write your responses in black or blue ink. You may use fountain pen or ballpoint pen but not erasable pens. Pencil should only be used for diagrams. Bring mathematical and drawing instruments for subjects for which they will be needed. Nine. Read each question carefully. A lot of time may be wasted in writing down information that is not asked for and no marks will be given for it. 10. Do not spend too much time on one or two questions. Leave yourself adequate time to answer other questions. 11. As soon as notice is given to stop, make sure your name, assessment number, signature, and the date of the assessment are written on the answer booklet and then hand it over to the supervisor/invigilator. Caution to candidates. One, you are not allowed to leave the assessment room before the end of the period allocated for the paper except with special permission from the supervisor. No candidate so permitted to leave may take a question paper or answer sheet/script out of the assessment room. 2. Do not leave a sheet of paper you have written on or your answers in such a position that another candidate can read them. You should not give or obtain unfair assistance, or attempt to do so, whether by copying or in any other way, and your work should not show proof of such unfair assistance. 3. No communication whatsoever in whatever manner between candidates or with outsiders is allowed during the assessment. 4. You are not allowed to have in your possession or in your proximity while in the assessment room any book, notes, papers or any other materials whatsoever except the correct question papers and any materials expressly authorized by the Kenya National Examinations Council. 5. You may only use mathematical tables printed by the Kenya National Examinations Council, and these should not contain any additional notes except the printed information. If you are using a calculator as permitted by the regulations, it should be the specified non-programmable calculator. If in doubt, consult with the supervisor. 6. You must return to the supervisor any question paper that has smudges, errors or is badly printed immediately. 7. You must not take any used or unused paper out of the assessment room. Any rough work must be done on the official answer booklet and, if not to be submitted with the answers, must be left on the desk to be collected by the supervisor and destroyed. 8. Any misconduct or causing of disturbance in or near the assessment room will be treated as an assessment irregularity. 9. For practical papers to be taken in shifts, all candidates taking the assessment must avail themselves for confinement. Any candidate who does not present him/herself for confinement will have committed an assessment irregularity. 10. Cell phones or any other electronic communication device are prohibited in assessment centers. Any candidate found in possession of a cell phone or any other electronic communication device will have his or her results cancelled. 11. In case you notice any suspected cases of assessment malpractice, please bring the same to the attention of KNEC through your head teacher, teachers or any other means which are within your reach. Guidelines to center managers, supervisors, and invigilators. (1) A supervisor is deployed for every 200 candidates, and for every assessment room a maximum of 20 candidates must have an invigilator. 2. Only authorized persons shall be allowed in the assessment center when the exams are ongoing as stipulated by KNEC. 3. Supervisors and invigilators should ensure that candidates are issued with personalized question papers that bear their names and random number in addition to other features that will be described and communicated during the assessment period. 4. Supervisors must verify that candidates have signed their answer scripts and script control form before collecting them for packing. They must count the candidates' scripts to ensure they tally with the present candidates. 5. The KJSEA seating plan and script control forms must not be stamped by the center manager, nor are any details of the school indicated on them. 6. The center managers and the supervisors must ensure the correct return envelope and cover page is used. Candidates' answer scripts should not be overstuffed in one return envelope, they should be distributed evenly depending on the return envelopes and cover pages provided for each paper. Please ensure that you do not commit any assessment irregularity to avoid having your results cancelled. Chief Executive Officer. Hanks Academy takes this opportunity to sincerely thank the Kenya National Examinations Council, KNEC, for the outstanding work they are doing. The communication, the structure, and the fairness they have put in place for this first ever KJSEA cohort is truly commendable. This is not just an exam, it is the laying of a strong foundation for a system that is fair and inclusive for all learners across the nation. To our students, your destiny is in your hands. As you prepare, remember this simple formula: eat well, pray often, and revise smartly. With focus and discipline, you will succeed. If you found value in this information, kindly like, subscribe, and share this video so that every candidate, parent, teacher, and supporter can stay informed. At Hanks Academy, we are here to walk this journey with you. Our channel is constantly updated with KJSEA revision materials aligned to KNEC standards, designed to give you the very best support. From all of us at Hanks Academy, until we meet again, God bless Kenya, and God bless our candidates.